Explanation video on just the basics of something called stoichiometry and what that has to do with our Microrocket lab. So when you're making a sandwich, the equation we're going to go with is we're doing a meat and cheese sandwich. It takes 2 slices of bread for every 1 slice of meat and 1 slice of cheese, and that makes 1 sandwich. So let's say that in your loaf of bread you've got 8 total slices of bread. You notice that you've only got 2 slices of ham, and you've got 6 slices of cheese total in your meat and cheese drawer. You're only able to make 2 complete sandwiches. It doesn't matter that you got a ton of bread and you got a ton of cheese. If you only have 2 slices of meat, you're going to have some leftover bread, some leftover cheese, and you're going to use up all of that meat. So notice we were only able to make 2 full sandwiches. That's basically what stoichiometry is looking at the ratios in which the reactants combine and figure out how many products you'll make and how many leftovers you will have of everything. So switch that to molecules. This is the equation that we did in the Microrocket lab. 2 hydrogen gas molecules plus 1 oxygen gas molecule makes 2 water molecules. And the first ratio that a lot of you tried was 3 to 3. And if you've got 3 hydrogens to 3 oxygen molecules, that's going to make 2 water molecules. And notice you'll have some leftovers. You've got a leftover hydrogen and 2 leftover oxygens. Now in reality, if you're talking about quantities of gas, that hydrogen will get used up, and it would use up half of the amount of, or it would use up a little bit of your oxygen gas, but you'd still have leftover oxygen overall. If you only had 2 hydrogen to 4 oxygen, notice that you've got even more leftover oxygen. 1 hydrogen to 5 oxygen, a lot of leftover oxygen. So those aren't very efficient reactions. The most efficient reaction is that 4 to 2 ratio, which gives you 4 water molecules and no leftovers. Or if you simplify it, just 2 to 1 gives you 2 water molecules with no leftover hydrogen gas and oxygen gas. So once again, the idea is when you are balancing an equation, or when you have 2 different reactants, you want to react them in the right ratios, the right quantities, to not have any leftovers and to make as much of your product as possible. Thanks for watching.